An old Ford could be abused for years and still show up for work the next morning. A modern Ford can be faster, safer, and more powerful. Yet one small belt, sensor, or software problem can leave it sitting at the dealership. So what changed? Did Ford stop building tough vehicles? Or did modern cars become too complicated for their own good? For years, Ford had a simple reputation. It built vehicles that could take a beating. Old F-150s worked on farms, pulled trailers, carried tools, and were passed down through families. Crown Victorias survived police duty. Old Rangers were overloaded, poorly maintained, and still somehow kept moving. They were not perfect. They leaked oil, rusted, overheated, and sometimes broke transmissions. But when something failed, the problem was usually easier to find and cheaper to fix. An older Ford had a simple engine, fewer gears, fewer sensors, and far fewer computers. A mechanic could check a few basic things, replace the failed part, and put it back on the road. A modern Ford is different. Its engine, transmission, turbocharger, cameras, safety systems, screen, and emissions equipment all communicate through electronic modules. That gives us better fuel economy, stronger performance, more comfort, and better safety. But it also creates more places for trouble to begin. A weak battery can trigger several warnings. A bad sensor can make a healthy engine run poorly. A software issue can make the transmission shift strangely. The owner sees a dashboard full of errors. The technician sees several computers that need to be scanned, updated, tested, and sometimes recalibrated. That is one reason modern Fords can feel unreliable. The vehicle may be repairable, but finding the real problem can take time, money, and more than one dealership visit. Then we have Ford's smaller turbocharged engines. The EcoBoost idea is not bad. A smaller engine can use less fuel during normal driving. When more power is needed, the turbocharger pushes extra air into the engine and helps it perform like a larger motor. A good turbo engine can last a long time, but it works under more heat and pressure. It depends on clean oil, proper cooling, accurate sensors, and strong fuel pressure. An older V8 could run badly for years. A modern turbo engine may feel perfect until one important part fails. Ford's 1.0-liter oil pump recall is a good example. Certain Focus and EcoSport models were recalled because a belt tensioner could break or the oil pump belt could wear out. If that belt stops turning the pump, the engine can lose oil pressure and suffer serious damage. The pistons may be fine, the crankshaft may be fine, but one weak belt can still put the complete engine at risk. That is modern durability. A vehicle is not only as strong as its engine block, it is also as strong as the smallest critical part keeping everything alive. Parts sharing can make the problem larger. Car companies use the same engines, valves, sensors, transmissions, and software across several models. It saves money and makes production easier. But when one shared part has a defect, the same problem can appear in many vehicles. Ford recalled certain 2.7-liter and 3.0-liter engines because intake valves could fracture. Those engines were used in more than one Ford model. That does not mean every EcoBoost engine will fail, but it shows how one small internal part can threaten several expensive vehicles. And this is where reliability becomes personal. Ford sees a failure rate. The owner sees a truck payment, a repair bill, and a vehicle sitting at the dealership. If your engine fails at low mileage, it does not matter that thousands of other owners had no problem. Your vehicle failed, your plans were interrupted, and your trust changed immediately. Still, a recall does not automatically mean a vehicle is terrible. Problems can appear only after thousands of vehicles reach the road. What matters is how quickly the company finds the issue, contacts owners, and provides a proper fix. When the response is slow, the vehicle fails the owner first, and the company disappoints them again. But are modern Fords actually weaker than old ones? Not in every way. A new Ford can make more power from a smaller engine. It can tow more weight, protect passengers better, use less fuel, and offer comfort older trucks could never match. An F-150 may need to work, tow, carry a family, and feel luxurious at the same time. Every added job needs more wiring, sensors, hardware, and software. Ford is not simply building basic vehicles badly. It is building complicated vehicles while buyers keep asking for more power, more technology, more safety, and better fuel economy. The real question is whether those vehicles are tested long enough before customers start using them. This is why the first model year of a redesigned Ford can be risky. Controlled testing cannot copy every real owner. People tow heavy trailers, drive in extreme weather, install accessories, modify engines, and delay maintenance. The first years often reveal problems that testing missed. Later versions may receive better software, stronger parts, and improved assembly. That is why two Ford vehicles with the same name can have completely different reliability records. Saying the Ford Explorer is unreliable is not enough. Which year? Which engine? Which transmission? Was it maintained properly? Were the recalls completed? Those details matter more than the badge on the grille. Maintenance also matters more than many owners realize. A modern turbocharged Ford usually needs more careful maintenance than an old, low-stressed engine. The correct oil matters. Changing it on time matters. Coolant condition matters. Warning lights matter. Repeated heavy towing matters. Oil may also protect the turbocharger, timing parts, and valve control systems. This does not excuse a bad design. A well-maintained engine should not destroy itself at low mileage because one part was poorly made. But buying a modern EcoBoost Ford and treating it like an old farm truck is also a mistake. The new engine may be more powerful. It may also be less forgiving. Repair cost is another reason people say modern Fords do not last. An old truck might need a starter or alternator. The mechanic found the problem, replaced the part, and the truck returned to work. A modern Ford may have an electrical fault that appears only once every few days. The technician may spend hours trying to reproduce it. A module may need programming. A sensor may be built into a larger and more expensive assembly. The broken part may not cost much, but diagnosis, labor, and programming can make the final bill painful. The vehicle may still be repairable, but the owner decides it is no longer worth the money. Mechanically, it might have another 100,000 miles left. Financially, it feels finished. And that may be the biggest difference between old and modern Fords. The old vehicles were not always more reliable. They were often easier and cheaper to keep alive. Ford also sells huge numbers of vehicles, so even a small failure rate can create thousands of angry owners online. Those complaints are real, but they do not represent every Ford on the road. So, do modern Fords really fail sooner? In some cases, yes. Certain engines, transmissions, parts, and early model years have caused real problems. Ford has also had times when its testing, quality control, or recall response was not good enough. But the answer is not as simple as saying, old Ford good, new Ford bad. Modern Fords are faster, safer, cleaner, more comfortable, and more capable. They are also more complicated, less forgiving of poor maintenance, harder to diagnose, and more expensive to repair. Not every EcoBoost engine is a time bomb. Not every Ford transmission will fail. And not every old Ford was indestructible. The smartest thing a buyer can do is research the exact vehicle, not just the Ford name. Check the model year, engine, transmission, recall history, and service record. Find out whether Ford changed any major parts during production. A carefully chosen and properly maintained modern Ford can still last for many years. But choosing the wrong version, especially an early model with known problems, can become very expensive. Ford still knows how to build a tough vehicle. The bigger question is whether every new Ford gets enough testing, refinement, and quality control before the owner becomes part of the testing process. And that is where Ford needs to improve. So before you buy your next Ford, do not look only at the badge, the horsepower, or the screen inside. Look at the exact engine, the exact year, and the history behind it. Now I want to hear from real Ford owners. Has your Ford been dependable, or has it spent too much time at the repair shop? Share the model, year, engine, and mileage in the comments. If this video helped you understand what is really happening with modern Fords, like the video and subscribe for more honest car stories. Because sometimes the problem is not the brand. It is the one version nobody warned you about.